Hey, what's going on, YouTubers? Rad Flicking back with another quick little video. I know I haven't done one in a while. It's pretty late at night. I just got back a couple hours ago from seeing Texas Chainsaw 3D, and I seen a lot of people already did reviews for this movie, but I decided that since I haven't done a video in a long time, that this is the only thing I could think of to do. I was gonna wait till tomorrow because, like I said, it's pretty late, but I wanted to do it while it was still fresh in my mind. So. Um, Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I read a couple reviews, well, viewed a couple reviews off of YouTube of this movie already. Um, I don't remember whose they were. I saw Coolder's though. He did it right as he got out of the theater, like in the parking lot. And his is the one that worried me the most because I've been following his reviews for a while, and he'll usually put up with mad bullshit in movies and still find something good about it, find a little nugget of good in it, a little nugget of gold in it. But he ripped this movie, the most I've seen him rip any movie pretty much. So but us as fans, horror fans, we're pretty much glutton for punishment. We go to movies that we know we're not gonna like, and we pay and just to see them, just to see it for ourselves. It's something we have to do. So being a fan of, huge horror fan, and of course being a pretty, I mean, it's not my favorite franchise, but I'm a pretty big fan of Texas Chainsaw the franchise. So I decided, why not go see it. I didn't care for the 3D because I knew it was going to be one of those movies they've been doing lately. 3D is a new thing to do, but they don't shoot the whole movie in 3D. There's just a couple scenes, and it's like a couple extra bucks for 3D tickets, but they still made me go see it in 3D. So saw it in 3D. I'm not gonna wear these. I'm just putting them on anyway. And they gave me the wrong ones. They gave me the ones for Monsters Inc. So they're like these baby blue ones. This is weird, but anyway. So I saw the movie, and I share the opinion of pretty much everybody else that has reviewed this movie. I was confused, and like at a loss of words. Like just watching this train wreck of a storyline and movie just go on for about an hour and a half or an hour and 40 minutes, however long it was. Um, Definitely the worst Texas Chainsaw movie since The Next Generation, the fourth original movie. Um, Nothing was really good about it, to be honest. The Leatherface didn't look cool. The mask to me didn't look cool. And I'm not gonna. There's no spoilers in this. I'm not gonna spoil anything. I might talk a little bit about the plot, but I'm not gonna say no more than you could. I'm not gonna give away any more than you could just go ahead and read on your own. So, just in case you're worried if I'm gonna spoil, I'm not. But I'm gonna talk about it a little bit. Anyway, this movie was confusing, and if this is the first review you're seeing of this movie, then I'll go ahead and explain it why. Okay, the movie starts, opens up, and it's clips of the original. And I guess they're pretty much trying to, help the people out that have never seen any of these movies. Maybe they've heard of them, maybe they haven't, but they haven't seen very many, or maybe they have, but it's been a long time. So they start off by showing, a few scenes of the original 1974 Tobe Hooper Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Um, like I said, to catch up the people that haven't seen the movie, and maybe also to jog the memory of the real fans that just haven't seen the movie in a while. And so it opens up, with like all the people in the original movie being killed, and then the woman in the end hopping in the back of the pickup truck and narrowly escaping Leatherface. And then it starts right there. And I got no problem with that because a lot of movies have done that. They're sequels, if that's what you want to call this. I still don't know what it is. I don't know what you would call this. But anyway, Halloween, it worked really good. Halloween ends, the original Halloween, 79, with John Carpenter. The second one picks up immediately where the first one left off. So this one, to me, other people have said it's like, some people think it's like, since it's called 3D, that it's like the third one, but I don't think so. To me, it looks like, well, to me, I noticed that it's supposed to take place in the storyline after the original. So it's the original, and the girl gets away, and then somebody informs the cops, I guess the girl that got away. So the cops come to the Sawyer house, which is Leatherface's family. Ask them to come out and give up Leatherface. They don't want to. There's a big standoff or whatever. See, I'm still giving away too much. But anyway, when the actual movie starts, like the new movie, well, that was part of the new movie. But anyway, it's like, one of the girls inherits a house from a grandmother she never knew she had. They go to the house, and one of the people with them ends up using this big key ring with a bunch of keys, and he's all curious checking out the house, and he ends up opening the door to this like cellar where Leatherface it has been hiding. And what's really confusing about it is the girl in the beginning of the movie is a baby, and then later on you see her, and now it's present time in the movie. She's got to be at least, I don't know how old the woman is in real life that portrays the character, but the character is probably supposed to be anywhere from 18 to 20 years old. Okay, so if the original happened in 74, and let's say it's 19 years later, it should be 93. But instead this movie takes place in current time, 2012. That right there is a huge fuck up, huge mistake, and it kills the movie right then and there. It's just weird. They never show the actual, like nobody ever says what year it is, but like other people have said, you can see gas prices that give it away because the gas prices are nowadays gas prices. People using current cell phones, their style, the way they dress, the way they talk, the music, you could tell it's 2012. So that right there is confusing. Another thing is they paced this movie horribly. I mean, it starts off really slow, and people in the movie theater, I could hear them saying that they were bored and they were thinking about leaving. I think I even did see some people leave. And then when it does start, it's just too much. So it's like, a bunch of boring stuff, then too much, and not even good, action and, thrills, and then a watered down, horrible ending that I thought of. And Cool Dude is right, they may have killed the franchise. I mean, this movie is going to do for the Texas Chainsaw Massacre franchise what Halloween Resurrection did to Halloween. I mean, the people that made Halloween Resurrection made it to the point where you couldn't even follow that up. That movie was such a piece of shit, and they changed so much, and they did so much bad stuff with that movie that the only way to go from there is remakes. You can't even follow that movie. So this movie, I think whoever down the line decides to make another Texas Chainsaw Massacre, if they do, needs to just not only disregard this 3D movie, but almost point it out. Like, show something, do something funny, like kill it, and I think the audience will like that, at least the real fans, and then start your movie. I don't know if this, like, again, I don't know if this was a remake, a revamp, a sequel. I don't know what they're selling it as. And when you confuse an audience, you lose them immediately. Okay? And it might not be as bad for people that don't know nothing about the franchise to go see it as like a new movie to them, but it would still be bad for them, because I saw people that I could tell just by the way they looked and the way they were reacting, they don't know shit about Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the franchise. Maybe they've heard of it, like I said, maybe they've seen one or two movies, or maybe just a few pieces. So to them this movie's new, so it's not gonna have no real effect on like the way it did. A fan of the franchise, they still hated it. So you can imagine how much I hated it. And again, I knew it was gonna be bad, but I had to see for myself. I paid $32 to get 3D tickets. I bought them online to make sure I got it, and I'm supremely disappointed. I don't know what the hell they were thinking. Bad CG, bad acting, bad cast, bad Leatherface, horribly paced, confusing as hell. Don't ever do that again. I mean, that was bad. I've seen bad remakes, and now I've seen horrible remakes. That's what I'm gonna call this movie. Is like a remake of a sequel. It doesn't even follow the second one at all. I mean, it's showing like, oh yeah, remember the original? Now we're gonna go in that line, and we're gonna stay true to the no. In the original sequel, the second one, Dennis Hopper, the sheriff, is like trying to find Leatherface because he killed one of his family members. I can't remember who it was, like his son or his daughter or somebody like that. I think it's his son, and he teams up with that disc jockey from the radio station, and they go battle him in the theme park or whatever the hell. They live in like this underground amusement park, right? Now in the trailer they make it look cool like every other movie. I'm not fooled by that anymore. I know that that's just a ploy to get you to go see the movie, but at the same time, I was like, okay, if you watch every other Texas Chainsaw Massacre, one thing they all have in common for the most part is they're like really isolated. Like if you go to the house, you die. Other than that, they don't go looking for people. Like Michael Myers roams the streets, and yeah, Jason, okay, yeah, he just pretty much kills people in Camp Crystal Lake, but he kills people out a little bit outside of it, and of course, in Manhattan, he goes all the way to New York. But for the most part, in the Texas Chainsaw Massacre movies, it's always like really isolated. And I always wondered like what it would look like and what would people's reactions be if you let Leatherface loose on a big group of people. And in the trailer, they show there's a scene where the girl is being chased by him, so she runs for shelter, and she's running through the woods, and she jumps a fence, and there's like, you know, a county fair going on, and Leatherface follows her in there, and that looked cool for as long as it lasted, but nothing good came of it, and it was really dumb. And Coulter's right; they huge missed opportunity. They could have done something funny, because the original sequel was like an '80s movie. It was really funny, but also really good and pretty scary. And you know, he could have started chasing her through the freaking fun house or whatever, the horror house. That would have been cool, but it's just dumb. You know, really dumb, waste of time. I'm not trying to sit here and tell people, oh, let me save you money, don't go see this movie. I'm just giving you my, you know, take on it. I never like calling movies bad, because I'm nobody to say a movie is bad. I just give my opinion, but this movie is bad. I mean, it's bad. There's no point to this movie. I don't know what made them think like we could pick up the franchise and re-spark it with this kind of a script and with this cast, and with, you know, it's just dumb. It's really bad. There's nothing good about this movie. I don't do 5 stars. I do 10 stars, and I give it half a star. And the only reason it gets the half is because it had Kane Hodder, and it had what's his name? Oh, people are gonna hate me for forgetting his name. I know that right now. The guy that played Chop Top in the original sequel, and he did Rob Zombie movies. Whatever. I'm gonna type it in myself later, because I don't know. I'm like messing up right now. But anyway, yeah, horrible movie. So that's all I have to do right now for this video. So I'm gonna try to do more videos. The Specs music store in my area is going out of business. I'm gonna go there tomorrow and try to pick up as many horror DVDs as I can for you know, some good prices. And whatever I get, I'll come back and review. Try to do some more videos. But for now, I'm out. So later.